match. Matters Rasmus versus Michael Van Geuren.
Game on.
Snaky against Jonny. Should be a good game.
41.
£20,000 for the winner, but a World Series crown. This isn't bad for starters.
108.
Peter Wright. It's a lot quicker finding his 180 than his Scottish World Cup pack. Well, not this year, but Gary Anderson, who took a while to get going in the previous match, but out the blocks comes Peter Wright.
60.
Yeah, we remember that Masters semi-final. It's on ITV Sport.
140.
Clayton won a thriller in a last leg decider and went on to lift the title, of course. That was back in January, but Jonny's only won twice against Peter Wright in 10 attempts. As you say, on current form, two of the very best, and should be too close to call.
100.
Two victories where this year, though, so yeah, fairly relevant. Jonny Clayton's done well to kind of turn his leg around, but Peter Wright looking to lay up treble 19 or a treble 15.
139. Jonny Uruguay 161.
Clayton not going to take the 161.
137. Peter requires 62.
Is it a breaker throw in the opening leg? Double 16 for Peter Wright. It is. Good leg, 15 darts. A 180 in there as well. It's Peter Wright who strikes first against the Jonny Clayton throw.
You know Jonny really well. What's his mood like on stage? What goes through his mind? Is he fairly cool and calm? Doesn't let too much bother him?
No, he's less relaxed now as he used to be, but he's still a very relaxed player. But obviously, he's got that hunger now, Stu. He's had the taste of victory and he wants it more often. He's won on the big stage twice, like we said. You said earlier, the Masters, the Premier League, he won the World Cup last year. So, yeah, really chilled out, but has got that competitive edge. And he needs to give it some up there. He will do that in key moments in the game. But I think the biggest compliment you can pay Jonny Clayton, you know you have to play well to beat him. You're not just going to railroad him if you're not performing.
For me, they're pretty similar when they're up there. They don't give too much away.
135.
No, I'd agree. There's no massive shows of emotion, is there, when there's errors? Try and keep a lid on it.
100. If you require 105. $97.
Jonny Clayton had the highest average of yesterday, just over 99. That demolition job. Peter Wright was average, not what he used to. Well, there we see you talking about the emotion. Jonny Clayton breaks straight back. That's what I said. He needs to give it some, he will, just to G himself up. Great finish from the Ferret to level up the match.
Gives you a lot of confidence, doesn't it, a shot like that.
60.
Some running repairs from Peter Wright. Don't tell me he's changed the darts. Let's have a look.
$95.
On we go. Just fixing the flights, wasn't he?
Preparation for these players should be
130.
really contrasting. Peter Wright, one of those players who likes to spend hours on the board, practices a lot at home. Jonny Clayton, a lot more laid back.
It doesn't do a lot of practice at home.
but he's ticking. It's working, isn't it? It's ticking along nicely. He's playing so much competitive darts. Maybe that break at home is quite nice. And I know he's in the process of moving house, which is a big project for Jonny, and he likes to do that himself. So that keeps him occupied. You need that distraction when you're playing week in, week out, just to take your mind off the sport, because there is a lot of pressure. He's up there now, Jonny, but the task is to stay there. He wants to be in the major events for years to come and challenging for those major events.
100.
Lovely darts. Fabulous darts from Peter Wright.
Possibility of a third consecutive breaker throw, unless Jonny Clayton pins the double 12, and he does pin the double 12. Finishes of 127 and 104 sees Jonny Clayton hit the front. Some start from, but we saw such a slow start in the other match, Stu, and it never really got going. Well, this is quite the opposite.
81.
Well, the last two legs, Peter Wright must have thought that I'm in here, I'm going to win the legs. The 127 on the ball, and then a 104 says, no, you're not. Impressive from both early doors. No mucking around. Right in the mix of it all.
It's always going to be a pretty frantic affair, both players just getting on with it.
140.
Jonny now forcing the issue. The lead of 98.
And he is the 140 king, isn't he, Jonny Clayton? Relentless.
He's the king of winning unranked events as well, Stu, so wouldn't it be fitting if later on tonight he was crowned the Nordic Masters champion?
Yeah, World Cup, Premier League, Masters. Don't count to the rankings, 13th in the world. But for me, he's certainly in the top 4 or 5 players in the world on current form.
A bit lucky in the World Cup. He had a good partner carrying him, but the other two can't take away from him. Jonny Clayton has stepped up.
100.
But the next step is to be competing with players like Peter Wright. We saw how dominant Snakebite was at the World Match Play. That great story with him and Hendo last week. Peter Wright played the captain's role at the back end. Got Scotland over the line. Great team. Hope we'll be back next year. But this, 2 apiece.
60. Jonny requires
Well, that looked like
68.
such a good guide for Peter Wright. Is this 3 legs on the spin? For the ferret!
Chances for Jonny. No, we hadn't had any darts, missed a double until this leg. 2 apiece now. Peter Wright. That was the guide he had last time. He didn't use it. Will he on this occasion? No, but over aggressive with that one. Double 5. Also 5 darts missed. Surely now, Jonny Clayton.
Well, this is an unexpected opportunity for the Welshman. And he takes it. 3-1, Clayton in front. All the legs that Peter Wright has lost. He will feel he should have won. But denied. And here comes Clayton again.
140.
140. It really is relentless. And I have spoken to 1 or 2 players this year about playing Jonny Clayton and just stood behind him. And you know, you sometimes shake your head with the consistency that he has on the trebles. Talking of which,
Great last start. He tucked it right in the corner. 2 maximums in the match. Both have gone to Peter Wright.
100.
But that aside, the scoreline in favour of Jonny Clayton. Pulled that last start, you could see it. Mettering away, yeah. I think he was saying he's not backed up the 180 twice without hitting a treble, and Jonny Clayton looking to go into our first break. The 4-1 lead. Needs a couple of trebles, you feel, from here, Peter Wright. Well, he needs one paramount. Treble 18, maybe.
60.
Stays there. Jonny Clayton's got 6 darts at 161 for the 4-1 lead.
We've grown into the game. Peter Wright's first 3 darts for a 180. Hasn't played that badly, to be fair, but
60.
Clayton has taken all the chances that have come his way.
4-1, and it is 4-1. Clinical from Jonny Clayton. He dropped the first leg on throw, but from Jonny Clayton dropped the first leg on throw, but from there rattled off the next 4. Peter Wright yet to hold throw in this match, and I feel that has to change here, even this early in the game. Go down a double break to Jonny Clayton. It's a long, long way back.
$140.
Now we see the winning legs. 12, 15, 16 and 14 for Jonny. Average up above 100, up towards 102.
180.
All 3-2 to Peter Wright.
43.
Yeah, but proper darts. Wright and Clayton going at it here for a place in those semi-finals.
That's the key statistic, Peter Wright.
Peter Wright's doubles, or missed doubles I should say, have all been crucial misses, haven't they? Some along the way you can get away with, he simply hasn't.
125.
And he missed all his 5 darts at a double, Stu. He was made to pay when Jonny Clayton pinned the double 4. But there's been some good finishes, a 127 and a 104 in there for Jonny. Peter Wright should stop the rot here.
97. Peter requires 66.
A bull maybe for double 8.
Gets away with it there. You can literally hit any number on the ball going for the ball.
46.
Now then,
Jonny requires 96.
this would be a body blow if Jonny Clayton can mop up this 96.
Will he be punished again?
56.
A lot of players think about double-double in that situation, don't they? But the way that Clayton's darts stood up in the board, the treble was still a decent target for him.
This is big. And he's not up to the task, Peter Wright. And it was double 10 and double 5 that caused him problems earlier. They've caused him more problems here. This is for 5-1 and a double break. And Jonny Clayton does punish more mistakes from Peter Wright. It's 5 legs on the spin for Jonny Clayton. He's halfway to the semi-finals.
I was saying about all the doubles that he's missing being vital, and 4 more big misses, and yet another 140 from the ferret.
It's a big ask now for Peter Wright. Jonny's a good front runner.
61.
We saw how well he led in the Premier League final against De Souza. You feel Peter Wright's got to claw one of these breaks back before the second interval, Stu.
He's got to break it 3 times to
95.
get himself back in business. A reluctance to switch there. He forced the first one and then was low with the second. The first dart made it awkward.
And the second dart was a complete fly into the 5. Good dart from Jonny Clayton. Brings it down to 80. Impressive break in the first leg from Peter Wright. Who'd have thought Jonny would be on the brink of maybe winning a 6th leg in succession?
123. Jonny, you require 80.
Well, the 180 would have left him a finish.
70.
Well, the first time
Peter, you require 93.
Clayton has really given Wright an opportunity.
He's going the aggressive route, Peter Wright. Double 18 really concentrating. Double 9 needs this, Peter Wright, and he's not up to the challenge. It's just not happening for the world match play champion. His average is still up above 97 with all those missed doubles, but he's being punished every mistake he makes. That's 6-1 now to Jonny Clayton. Reminder, if you just joined us, Jonny actually trailed by a leg to nil, but since then has cruised. He's relied on a few mistakes, but it's a good performance of Jonny. His average is above 100. He had the highest average yesterday, 99. He's now played 14 legs and only conceded 1. He won 6-0 yesterday, he leads 6-1 here. 13 legs, that should be. Playing the 14th now. But it's good from the Ferret.
I'm sure even Jonny Clayton wasn't expecting to be this far in front. He'll take it.
140.
Another 140 from Clayton. He is relentless. Is it going to be another 180 for Peter Wright?
180.
Fourth 180, but it's pretty much the only battle
180.
Peter Wright is winning. And Jonny Clayton comes straight back at him, and this is pressure on Peter Wright now. He really needs just a comfortable hold. You were just never convinced. Jonny Clayton now,
81.
an 11th out opportunity of his own.
He needs the bull.
48. Peter required 24.
Surely this time. Had to go this time, and Peter Wright, with that sarcastic cheer, stops the rock.
Jonny to throw first. Game.
Good to see Peter Wright, but he inside will be boiling the way this performance has gone, but he will not give up. And an opening already on the Jonny Clayton throw.
He had one dart at the ball for 7-1, but he was a long way off his target.
100.
Well, it really has been a fantastic turnout from the crowds in
140.
Copenhagen. There were 3,500 on the opening day, 4,500 inside the arena for day 2. Already in the diary for the World Series for 2022. As our trips to New York, Australia and New Zealand. We can but hope that they will go ahead.
180.
Second maximum in consecutive legs for Jonny Clayton. All he's got to do is find 4 holes of throw.
95. Jonny Uruguay,
He's got
136.
a couple of breaks in the bank as well. He's in a great position, Jonny Clayton.
78.
Not quite set up, but that's okay.
That was why the frustration was on Peter Wright's dart. When his last dart of the last visit went exactly where the first dart of this visit has gone. Because treble 5 left him on 166, no finish.
50. Jonny Uruguay, 58.
For 7-2.
Games on the ninth leg. Jonny.
Just comfortable for Jonny Clayton.
Well,
Feels,
clinical from Clayton.
Game.
feels fairly relaxed up there now. He's got the 7-2 lead. His level hasn't dropped. The average around the 102 mark.
All
Those
128.
double stats. That key. 14 missed starts at doubles for Peter Wright. And Jonny Clayton has been there to pounce on every occasion. That's his third max in the last 3 legs. Could Jonny Clayton race towards the finishing line here? Got to hold throw here, Peter Wright.
180. All
2 out of 16 on the doubles for Peter Wright. That's why he's losing 7 legs to 2. But he's still averaging 100.
$58.
An opening again here now for Jonny Clayton. May go for the 25. He's going to stay there.
All
Stay there. Not
They do
particularly bad tactic. He's got a cushion. You can afford to take chances when you're 7-2 in front. He's going to get a go at the 1-2-1. Only one treble needed.
70.
Treble 20 or a treble 17.
21.
Here's the normal. Treble 17 for the ball. He's already pinged 1-2-7 on a ball. That's 2 darts at the
73.
ball of
Peter requires 65.
nowhere near. Jonny Clayton.
Tops to stay in it, really. Has to go.
45.
The story of
Jonny requires
Peter Wright's
48.
afternoon. That's a rare mistake from Clayton, who's punished everything Wright has missed.
To hang on in there. He's had all sorts of bother with his double 5 and double 10. And he gets it on this occasion. And a little nod of acknowledgement.
Clayton will feel he could have won this 10-1. Certainly would have been hoping to be 8-2 up at the break. But for the first time, his missed opportunities open the door again for Peter Wright. So 7-3 it is.
And I'm playing is Jonny to
Still
throw
a
first.
little hope
Game on.
for the world number 2.
Jonny's got the insurance, he's in complete control. He's got 2 breaks, and courtesy of throwing first,
All
Peter
right.
Wright would have to throw 3 times in order to win this match. Jonny Clayton's just got to stay solid on his own throw. Let's get himself closer to the finishing line. You see those stats. Yeah, there's 4 points in the average. The first 9 very similar. It's the doubles that have cost Peter Wright. He's missed 18 darts at doubles. It's been his Achilles heel.
Six 180s for Peter Wright.
It's this 180 number
Oh, that's
4.
fantastic. That is a brilliant response from the ferret under pressure on his throw.
Yeah, just when Peter Wright thought he might be able to get something together. He may still do. There's Jonny, who gets first crack. 24. And he takes it. 11 dart holder throw. Nothing Peter Wright can do. 8-3. Jonny's 2 away. And there's the acknowledgement from Peter Wright. He recognises what a good leg that was, because he was waiting to pounce but was not given a chance. Jonny Clayton leads 8-3 now and looking to be our 3rd semi-finalist.
2-6-1 in 5 darts.
140.
I've often made criticisms of Jonny's counting at the back end of the legs, but that's a side of his game he's improved. There's no hesitation, straight for it. It's Brian Sorensen. 2005 British Open champion in the BDO.
140.
Michael van Gerwen in the final. Played in the Lakeside on a couple of occasions. He was one of Denmark's main men, along with Per Larsen.
100.
Spectator now, but we're intrigued. Good to see Brian watching on.
That's the third time that Peter Wright has hit a 180. Clayton's come back with 180, 180, 140 in response.
And Peter Wright gave Jonny a look of then, as it said, will you just go away? He's not give Peter Wright any time off.
140.
The average is up towards 106 for Jonny Clayton. We've played, this is the 12th leg. Back-to-back 11s. They take a 12. Gets a 12. This is quality stuff from the Ferret. He's won away, and he's had a mixed few weeks, hasn't he? He had a poor Hungarian Euro Tour. He wasn't at his best at the World Cup. He admit that. He lost the crown. He won a couple of singles rubbers, but not at his best. But Jonny Clayton is good at not letting bad runs escalate into weeks and months. They don't last too long, and it's performances like this that have made him one of the world's best.
95.
How many players do you know that have dismantled Peter Wright like this in the last few months?
Yeah, not very many, if any. Not to the extent that Clayton
99.
has dominated. Yes, Peter Wright has missed a stack of doubles, but Clayton has been ruthless, hasn't he? Clinical
44.
in his destruction of Peter Wright. Really has. Put him away.
Yeah, you made a good point, Stu. He's just been clinical. He's not allowed it to get messy. Yeah, Peter Wright got one leg back, but he's come out and reasserted himself, and just a complete performance from Jonny Clayton. And looking at this, Michael van Gerwen and Maders Erasmus won't relish playing Jonny. Michael always seems to have trouble with Jonny Clayton. Would be some semi-final if we got it, but still got a tiny bit more work to do here, Jonny, but we expect him to close this out.
I think I'm in trouble with Jonny Clayton. I think a few players can say that over the last 12 months.
I've had no problem with him over the last 24 months. It's been quite nice.
You
know, it's nice to see him. He's a good guy and he's dedicated. He's looking to clinch it on a high, but it's okay. He's just going to lay up the 146. 64 scored. In for the ball for 57, but we'll be back to close out this quarter-final.
Jonny requires 71.
Can he finish it? Right here, right now. A really classical, clinical, ruthless performance from Jonny Clayton, averaging nigh on 105.